Hey, before we dive into anything, just pause for a second. Breathe. Slow down. Forget what the world is yelling at you for a moment. This is about you. This is that message you didn't know you needed. The truth? No one's coming to save you. No magical opportunity is falling from the sky. No perfect moment is going to arrive. But here's the good news. You don't need saving. You already have everything it takes inside you. You just forgot how powerful you are. Let's talk real for a minute. You wake up every day in a world that's constantly trying to tell you who to be. Social media says you're not successful enough. Ads say you don't look good enough. People around you might even question your dreams. And deep inside, sometimes you do too. But here's the truth no one teaches you in school. You're the only one who gets to decide what your life becomes. That voice in your head, it's been shaped by years of noise, opinions, rejections, and disappointments. But buried underneath all of that is you, the real you, the version of yourself that still believes, still dreams, still burns to do something meaningful. That spark inside you, it's real. It's been flickering all this time, through the heartbreak, through the silence, through the doubts. And now it's time to turn it into a fire. This isn't just some feel-good message. This is your wake-up call. Because life isn't waiting. Every second you spend doubting yourself is a second you could be building, creating, growing. The clock isn't your enemy. It's your reminder that the moment is now. Let me ask you something. What if you decided today, right now, that you are done playing small? What if you stopped waiting for someone else to tell you that you're good enough? You wouldn't ask for permission to breathe. So stop asking for permission to be. You have talents. You have passion. You have something inside you that no one else in this world has. That's not motivational fluff. That's reality. There's only one you. And if you don't show up as the fullest version of yourself, the world misses out. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't need a 5-year plan. You just need to decide that you believe in yourself enough to take one step forward. One real brave, imperfect step. You won't feel ready. Do it anyway. You won't feel confident. Start anyway. You'll feel scared. Show up anyway. Because here's the secret. Belief comes after action, not before. The moment you take that first step, everything begins to shift. And yeah, it might be hard. You might stumble. People might doubt you. But so what? You've made it through hard things before. You've survived days you didn't think you'd get through. You've overcome things that tried to break you. So why would you stop now? There's a strength in you that hasn't even been fully tapped into yet. There's a level of greatness inside you that's just waiting on you to show up. You don't have to be the loudest. You don't have to be the most talented. You just have to be the one who believes when everyone else is silent. You were not put here to blend in. You were not put here to live on autopilot. You were not put here to repeat the same day over and over again. You were built to create, to lead, to leave a mark. And it all starts with a mindset. One belief, one shift. This spark in you, it's more than motivation. It's a reminder that you're not done yet, that your story isn't finished, that your next chapter is waiting for you to pick up the pen. So breathe. Feel that energy rising in your chest. That's you waking up. That's your soul remembering who it is. You're not behind. You're not late. You're right on time. Now, let's build something beautiful. Let's talk about something simple, but powerful. Belief. Not the kind of belief you write in a self-help journal once and forget. I'm talking about real belief. The kind that shifts the way you wake up in the morning. The kind that lives in your bones, not just your head. The kind that, even when you're standing alone, keeps whispering, keep going. The truth is, belief is where everything begins. No matter your dream, your goal, your vision, before it becomes real, it has to exist in your mind. It has to be believed in. You have to be its first believer, its loudest supporter, and its most stubborn fighter. Look around at anyone who's made something great. Artists, entrepreneurs, athletes, people who rose from the dust and built empires. They all had one thing in common. They believed when nobody else did. When there were no claps, no applause, no followers, no recognition, they still showed up. Not because they were sure of success, but because they were sure of themselves. And I know right now, maybe you're in that quiet place. Maybe you haven't seen the results yet. Maybe you're still building, still trying, still wondering if you're even cut out for this. Let me stop you there. You are, because belief isn't about having proof. It's about having courage. It takes courage to believe in a vision that hasn't happened yet. It takes guts to walk a path with no guarantee. It takes real fire to bet on yourself when even you're unsure how it ends. But here's what most people miss. Belief isn't something you wait to feel. Belief is something you decide to build. Just like muscles in gym, belief gets stronger the more you use it. It's trained. It's repeated. You don't wake up one day magically full of confidence and courage. You earn it through showing up, through falling, through standing up again, through pushing when it hurts. And the more you do that, the more that belief grows. You're not crazy for dreaming big. You're not unrealistic. You're just early. That's it. And being early means it's lonely. It means people might not understand. They might question you. They might laugh. But let them. You're not building for applause. You're building for impact. Let them misunderstand you. Let them doubt. That's part of the journey. What matters is that you don't join them. Don't become one of the voices tearing your own dreams down. The world is already full of noise. Your job is to be the voice that says, I can, even if your voice shakes at first, even if no one joins you yet, even if the path is long, especially then. And let's be real, it will be hard. You'll have days where belief feels like a joke, where quitting sounds easier, where the doubts scream louder than your vision. But hear this, belief is built in the battle. It's not built when everything is working. It's built in the silence, in the sweat, in the late nights, in the early mornings, in the moments where it's just you and the grind and no one clapping. That's where champions are born. And you're not an imposter. You're not just surviving. You're in the middle of becoming. That's a sacred place. Don't rush it. Don't run from it. Lean in, because belief is forged in fire. Let's clear something up right now. You don't need to be fearless to believe. You can be scared and still show up. You can have doubts and still keep going. You can feel shaky and still move forward. Believing in yourself doesn't mean you're never afraid. It means you're willing to move with the fear. That's what courage looks like. That's what belief sounds like. So if you're waiting for fear to go away, stop. It won't. But your belief can grow louder than the fear. Now listen, when you believe in yourself, you stop asking for permission. You stop shrinking. You stop explaining yourself. You stop settling. You don't need the world to validate you. You're not waiting for some magical green light. You are the permission. You are the validation. You are the green light. You are the proof that it's possible. So next time doubt creeps in, remind yourself, it's normal. Every powerful person you admire once stood where you are, uncertain, unsure, on the edge of giving up. The difference? They kept going. They believed through the storm, through the silence, through the ridicule, and eventually the world caught up. That's your path too. And I'm telling you now, keep going. Let's talk about your inner circle too, because belief grows in the right environment. If you're constantly around people who only see limits, you'll forget what's possible. You need people who speak life into your ideas, not fear. People who don't just clap for you, they push you. They remind you when you forget. They see your light even on your darkest days. And if you don't have those people yet, be that person for yourself. Be your own hype man, your own coach, your own daily motivator. Remind yourself every day, I am worthy of this. I am capable of hard things. I am not my past. I am my potential. Say it, write it, shout it if you have to, because the most powerful thing you'll ever believe in is you. And here's the final truth. No one can believe for you, not your friends, not your mentor, not your audience. Only you. Belief is personal. It's sacred. It's the root of everything. Without belief, you'll never start. Without belief, you'll never keep going. Without belief, the world will move on without seeing your brilliance. But with belief, you become unstoppable. With belief, you move mountains. With belief, you change the game, not just for yourself, but for everyone watching you. Because here's the thing, Someone's watching. Someone's waiting on your story. Someone's waiting on your voice, your art, your business, your leadership, your light. And they'll never see it if you don't believe in it first. So say it with me, even if you whisper it. I believe in me. And tomorrow, say it again, and again, and again, until the world has no choice but to believe it too. Let's be real. The biggest battles don't happen in the world. They happen in your head. It's not the outside noise that gets you. It's the internal chatter that tells you you're not enough. That voice that constantly finds flaws. That whispers, what if you fail, before you even try? But here's the truth. That voice, it's not you. It's a reflection of old fears, past failures, doubts that were planted by others. It's the echoes of rejection, criticism, and unmet expectations. And you probably believed it for far too long. But not anymore. You have the power to change the way you think, to challenge every lie that says you're not good enough, to rewire that voice so it serves you, not sabotages you. How? It starts with awareness. Most people live in automatic mode. They let their thoughts run wild and take control. But you are not your thoughts. You are the one observing them, which means you can interrupt them. You can replace them. You can speak back to them. The mind is like a muscle, and just like any muscle, it's trained. It gets stronger the more you use it. With intention, start noticing when you beat yourself up, when you replay past mistakes, when you compare, when you doubt. And instead of going down that spiral, ask yourself, is this thought helpful? Is it true? Would I say this to someone I love? Because most of the time, the way we speak to ourselves, we never speak to a friend like that. And why is that? Because somewhere along the way, we learn to treat ourselves as less. But your mind is your battlefield, and it's also your playground. The moment you decide to take back control of your thoughts, everything changes. Your energy shifts. Your choices become clearer. Your confidence builds. You stop reacting and start leading. You stop surviving and start creating. The enemy within doesn't vanish overnight. But every time you challenge it, every time you show up anyway, every time you say, I'm doing this regardless of how I feel, you take back more of your power. There will always be voices that tell you it's too hard, too late, too risky. But there will also always be another voice, quiet, steady, that says, you can. Nurture that voice. Feed it. Speak life into it every single day. Your mind will try to talk you out of greatness. Don't let it. Remind it who's in charge. You are. And that enemy within, it only wins if you let it. But you're not here to let it win. You're here to break cycles, to rise higher, to prove to yourself that you are more powerful than you've ever been told. Because once you master your mind, you master your life. And this is just the beginning. So let's get real. What does believing in yourself actually look like? It's not standing in front of a mirror screaming affirmations with a fake smile on your face, unless that truly fires you up. It's not posting quotes on Instagram with a caption that says, I got this, while secretly doubting yourself. It's not pretending you have it all figured out or acting like nothing scares you. Real belief is quieter, deeper, grittier. Belief looks like getting out of bed when your heart feels heavy and your mind is clouded with doubt. But you get up anyway. It looks like showing up to your goals on the days you don't feel inspired, when your motivation is gone, when it's just discipline and a whisper that says, keep going. Belief is not about always feeling strong. It's about being brave enough to move even when you feel weak. It's choosing to trust yourself in the silence, when there are no likes, no applause, no validation. It's when no one's watching. That's when belief shows its face. It's in the small decisions. Belief shows up when you skip the excuses and do the work, when you take the risk, when you finally speak up, when you don't quit, even when quitting would be easier. Because believing in yourself isn't loud. It's not about shouting, I'm going to make it, at the top of your lungs. Sometimes it's just a quiet nod to yourself in the mirror. I don't know how, but I'm not giving up. And here's the truth. Belief doesn't always feel good. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes it means walking away from people who don't support your growth. Sometimes it means standing in front of failure and choosing to believe that this, too, is part of the path. Belief is messy. It's emotional. It's raw. But it's real, and it's powerful beyond measure. Because when you truly believe in yourself, you stop needing everyone else to believe in you first. You stop waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to dream big. You stop shrinking just to make other people comfortable. You stop explaining yourself. You just start being yourself. That's real power. Belief means betting on yourself when the outcome is still unclear. It's being willing to take the first step even when the path is covered in fog. You can't see the whole staircase, but you take that first step anyway. That's what winners do. That's what game changers do. They don't wait for the fear to leave. They move with it. They don't wait for the perfect plan. They trust they'll figure out on the way. They don't wait for things to be easy. They get stronger so they can handle the hard. And the people who make it, the ones who really make it, they all have one thing in common. They believe they belong in the room before they're invited in. So what about you? Are you waiting for permission? Are you waiting for someone to tap you on the shoulder and say, "You're the one"? Because that's not how belief works. You are the one, but only if you decide to be. Belief is choosing to see your potential even when your current reality doesn't reflect it. Yet, it's looking at your bank account, your failed attempts, your insecurities, and saying, "Yeah, maybe I'm not there yet, but I'm on my way." It's refusing to let a rough start dictate a beautiful finish. And let me be clear, belief is not about pretending life doesn't hurt. It's not about being fake positive or ignoring real pain. It's about saying, even with the pain, I still have purpose. Even with the fear, I'm still moving forward. Even with the setbacks, I still believe. Because belief isn't about denying your reality. It's about defying it. Defying the odds. Defying the limits you place on yourself. Defying the statistics, the critics, the doubts that try to tell you this dream wasn't meant for you. It is meant for you, but you've got to claim it. You don't need all the answers. You just need to believe enough to begin. So let me ask you this. Can you believe in your greatness before it shows up? Can you hold onto your vision before it becomes visible? Can you stay loyal to your path when no one claps for it yet? That's what belief really looks like. It's faith in action. It's courage in motion. It's a fire that doesn't need to be seen to stay lit. Belief is built day by day, decision by decision, moment by moment. It's a process. Some days you'll feel it. Some days you'll have to fight for it. But it's worth it. Because everything changes when you believe. You walk different. You talk different. You attract different. You begin to shape the world instead of letting it shape you. You stop chasing validation. You start living in alignment. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize it was never about proving anything to the world. It was about proving something to yourself. That you were always enough. That you were always capable. That your belief was the beginning of everything. People will doubt you. That's a fact. But don't let their doubts become your ceiling. Don't hand them the pen to write your story. You don't need them to believe in you. That's not their job. It's yours. Because when you believe in yourself, people feel it. They see the fire in your eyes, the strength in your walk. And the ones who are meant to walk with you, they'll show up. But only after you show up for yourself first. You weren't born confident. No one was. Confidence is built, and it starts with belief. Every day, you lift that belief like a weight. The more you choose it, the stronger it gets. And yeah, some days it's heavy. But those are the days you grow the most. Speak to yourself like someone you love. Fight for your mind. Protect your peace. That's not weakness. That's strategy. You've been waiting for a sign. This is it. The change starts when you say, "I believe in me." Say it tired. Say it scared. Say it when you failed. Say it when you feel like you're the only one. Because when you truly believe, your world shifts. You stop shrinking. You stop hiding. You stop living a life that fits in other people's boxes. You create your own space. You take up room. You dream bigger. You walk louder. Take a second and let everything you just heard sink in. This isn't just a video. This isn't just motivation. This is a mirror. A mirror that's showing you who you really are. when you peel back the fear, the doubt, the pressure, and the noise. You made it this far for a reason. That voice inside you that told you click play, that wasn't random. That was you, the real you, asking to be awakened. And now here we are, standing on the edge of something different, a new direction, a new version of you. This is not the end of your story. This is the moment everything begins to change. Because now you know you're not broken. You know you're not behind. You know you don't need permission. You just need belief. And belief, real belief, it's not just about confidence. It's about conviction. The unshakable decision that your life matters, that your voice matters, that your dreams aren't some fantasy, but a calling. So let me ask you one last time. Are you ready? Not perfect, not fearless, not 100% sure, just ready to try, ready to take one step, ready to show up differently, ready to believe that maybe, just maybe, everything you've ever needed has always been inside you. Because here's the truth. You've survived storms that were meant to break you. You've overcome things that others never even saw. You've carried pain in silence and still showed up smiling. That's strength. That's power. That's you. So don't tell me you're not enough. Don't tell me it's too late. Don't tell me you're too far gone, too broken, too tired to try again. Because you wouldn't still be here, watching, listening, breathing, if you didn't have something left to give. You're not done yet. This world needs you. Your family needs you. Your future needs you. And most importantly, you need you. So decide. Decide that from this moment on, you're no longer available for the small version of yourself. Decide that your comfort zone is no longer your home. It was just a waiting room. Decide that fear doesn't get to run the show anymore. You're not here to impress people who don't even know your heart. You're here to be you, fully, unapologetically, powerfully. You're here to walk into rooms like you belong there. Because you do. You're here to build something that outlives you. You're here to rise, not just for you, but for every person watching you. Every soul who's going to be inspired because you had the courage to believe first. And look, it won't always be easy. You'll still have days where your mind tries to pull you back, where the voices of doubt get louder, where you question if you're really built for this. But on those days, remember this. You don't have to do it all at once. You just have to keep going. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to stay in the fight. And even when no one's watching, even when no one claps, even when no one believes, you believe, because that's where it all begins. That belief, that decision, that one spark, it's enough to ignite a wildfire. And now that fire is burning. So promise yourself, don't let it go out. Feed it with action. Fuel it with vision. Protect it with discipline. Because the future version of you, the one that's healed, happy, successful, fulfilled, they're waiting on this moment. They're looking back at today, the moment you stopped doubting and started deciding. You're not going back to who you used to be. You're becoming who you were meant to be. So stand up, chin high, shoulders back, heart open, because your story's not over. It's just getting started. And this time, you believe. Now go show the world what happens when someone wakes up to their power. It's your time. Let's go.